Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So you look at all that. You think
that's a good start to the day.
She's a little live wire, isn't she?
You think so?
When you look back at your Hall of Fame, shame, whatever you want to call the whole thing, how do you feel about it, having come out the other end of this rather long, rocky tunnel?
I call it the blackout period. It's just something that is part of the journey, part of life, made me into who I am. But I'm also at a place where I'd rather forget. So, and it's difficult as well because obviously now when people think of Tulisa, all of that sort of comes with the backlog.
In a way, it makes you more interesting though than just another run-of-the-mill pop star. But I heard you
thanks, Piers.
Well, when I heard you were coming on today, I was like, oh, that'd be fun. It'd be interesting. You know, you're a flawed star, and they're always to me more interesting. Here's what's interesting to me about it. When you look back at all that stuff, and I'm aware you want to move on, and you are moving on with this new song, but when you look back on it, how much do you blame yourself and how much do you blame other people, events, circumstances?
Well, it depends what part of the blackout period you're referring to. Obviously,
when you beat yourself up about that period, what do you beat yourself up about?
I don't, not for the trial, because I know I was completely innocent all along, which was obviously proved at the end of it, luckily, thank God. So I don't feel like there's any...
The assault?
No.
Not at all?
Obviously, I don't, for legal reasons, I don't want to start going into things, but I appealed it for a reason. It didn't happen. It's something I didn't commit.
Sex tape?
That's definitely a regret, yeah.
You regret ever making it?
Oh, of course, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, people might wonder why you would ever... And, I mean, you're not the only one.
I wasn't actually that famous at the time, to be fair. And obviously, you're in a relationship with someone for 2 years. You trust them.
I don't blame you. I blame the little scumbag that did it.
Well, right? I would put the blame on the other party as well, so...
When just...
There's one more. Drink driving.
Yes, I've made a mistake. I openly admit that I messed up, and I've
What have
paid
you
the
learned?
price.
What have you learned about yourself, maybe?
What have I learned about myself? I think hard times either bring out the best in you or the worst. And I think I've luckily managed to bring out all the positives in myself. I've become a more understanding person. I feel like I care more about other people's emotions because I relate to people how they're feeling when they're going through tough times or negative situations, and I always stop and think whether I'm maybe watching TV and watching someone on the television and I've got my friend next to me going, oh, I can't stand that person. I'm like, well, you don't know what they've been through. You never know.
You've admitted before about using stuff on your
cosmetic
face.
Enhancement.
Cosmetic. What counts as cosmetic enhancement?
Fillers, basically. It was fillers, and I had an allergic reaction and looked like Finding Nemo.
So you look, I mean, au naturel to me today.
They're all temporary.
Are you unfilled?
Well, yeah, they're all temporary.
Defilled. What do you call it? Defilling?
They dissolve. I did actually dissolve some myself. But yeah, the rest that are left to dissolve in. Apart from my lips, I like keeping my lips.
Do you now run shy of all that stuff, or do you still do stuff?
My lips, obviously, you have to maintain, but the rest of the time, collagen waves, which I love, and that's about it.
You're a beautiful girl. Do you feel under pressure to do this stuff?
No, do you know what? It does frustrate me a little bit, because I do understand from, like, an outside point of view, someone looking in must go, oh, well, why did you try and do that in the first place? Are you unhappy with yourself? Have you got issues? And I feel pretty detached from this. This, for me, is a shell. The person that I am inside is very separate to me from this. And beauty is obviously always going to be a part of my business. So, yeah, there were points where I sort of looked and go, oh, I could do that. And, yeah, you can get a bit carried away. And then, obviously, I had the reaction. It was like, oh, what have I done? Luckily, it was all temporary, so
what is a collagen wave for people like me that have natural beauty and have never had to try it?
It's so good. You know what? The science behind it, you'd have to look up Neelam Patel. She's amazing, but she's the one that got me into it. And it's to do with bringing out the natural collagen.
Does it involve injections?
No injections. It's just like a heat facial. That's all it is, but it has amazing effects.
Now,
Amanda Holden does it.
Yeah, Amanda, she'll do anything if the money's right.
I didn't get involved in that comment. That was all you, Piers.
don't.
That was all you.
Only
You necessarily
joking.
need to go there.
You are, as we sit here, a single lady.
Yes, I am. Very single.
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship with my dog.
You and Susanna competing for the male heartthrobs out there.
Oh, God, I don't know about that.
Are you an Aidan Turner woman? Do you fancy him?
Who is
Hold
Cold dark. Who's your ideal man, Tulisa?
Oh, Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he single?
I don't know.
Are you dating?
No, definitely not. I'm literally in a relationship with my dog.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, like it's just me and her at the moment.
Are you
I've become
ready
real
for a
pet
new
person.
relationship, do you think?
I don't think now would be perfect timing, but there never is really a time. I guess when you meet the one, you meet the one, and you make time if that person is right for you.
I recently took a trip to Kenya, to Nairobi. It was my first trip there. All the children there, they're like little angels. And yeah, I just encourage everybody to please tune in and donate, because you can really make a difference. And these children count, and they're not forgotten. And